What's going on, everyone? So today we have to talk about PancakeSwap because PancakeSwap is doing some big numbers right now, up 31% in the last 24 hours. Anyways, we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So we can see that PancakeSwap is obviously up 31.4% in the last 24 hours, which is pretty bullish, and a lot of things have been going up as well. Not only is it up in the last 30 or 24 hours, 31%, we can also see that PancakeSwap is in for the top gainers of all of crypto. So that's pretty big. We've been seeing a lot of numbers coming in for projects, but PancakeSwap is an OG in the game. Everybody has to put respect on PancakeSwap's name. So if BNB continues to do good like it's been doing, PancakeSwap would obviously continue to do well. And it's also number 3 in the trending for all of crypto. So that's pretty big as well. And if you look at BNB, you can see it's over $1,100 now, $1,130 right now. So the BNB is doing big things, and it's catching up to XRP, and it's also catching up to Ethereum. So if we see BNB as a big player inside of this bull rally, then we're also going to see PancakeSwap as a big player here too. Now, I did not a technical analysis, but like a price prediction on PancakeSwap. And that price prediction was a $50 price prediction. So a $50 price for PancakeSwap, give or take, would bring it all the way up here to $17.2 billion in market cap. And the nice thing about this is we know it's possible because at the peak, PancakeSwap did some huge numbers. At the peak, PancakeSwap was all the way up here at $42, and really it was $43. You can show right here, $43.96. So PancakeSwap was almost at $50 at one point, and its all-time high for its market cap was all the way up there as well, and that was, give or take, that was about 6.7 billion, somewhere around there. So we know that PancakeSwap can get back somewhere close to there, and if it gets to $50, then hey, it just hit that target price, right? But anyways, it's doing pretty well. The 24-hour trading volume is at 792 million, 1.2 billion inside of market cap. So it'd be a quick 17x if it goes up to that level, right? If it goes up to 15 or $50 is like a 16 to 17x from where it's at now. So that's pretty big if it does that, right? It might not actually get to 17 billion. It might not actually get to $50, but it's a pretty good target. I would say that. Last 7 days is up 34%, up 30% in the last 14 days, up 47% in the last 30 days, and also up 97.6% in the last year. So overall, PancakeSwap has been doing some pretty good numbers. And not only that, one of the main reasons right now that it's up, in my personal opinion, is this. So 3 new assets just landed on stock perpetuals: Google, Meta, and Nvidia. So now you can trade stocks directly through PancakeSwap, and they have PancakeSwap perpetuals. A lot of the BNB projects have been going crazy and like pumping, and a lot of projects in general, because they've been doing perpetuals and they've been doing futures, and a lot of money has been going through their platforms. So one of the ones that we can use as an example here is Aster. Aster is built on BNB. Aster is doing absolutely crazy numbers. Aster has an even higher market cap than PancakeSwap, and Aster is just like PancakeSwap, right? But I don't think Aster has been around as long as PancakeSwap. They were once called APX, so they might have been, but PancakeSwap has been the big dog. PancakeSwap has been above them all, but Aster is above PancakeSwap. Aster is worth 3.1 billion in market cap, 15.1 billion in fully diluted value, and it has 1 billion in trading volume. Aster is an absolute beast, 2.3 billion in total value locked. And just the total value locked, Aster has more than everything in PancakeSwap as in market cap, right? So I think that there's room for more to grow, especially the OG of all of them. And now PancakeSwap is doing perpetuals, and they're doing it with stocks as well. So that's pretty big. So I think that this is a pretty bullish thing for PancakeSwap. And you can see here, they link you directly there. So, I mean, I think this is a pretty good step into the right direction for PancakeSwap. A lot of other people are pretty bullish with it. They're looking at it and they're like, hey, PancakeSwap could be coming back, next big play. So a lot of people have been paying attention to this thing as well. And like I said, I mentioned $50. I think $50 could be realistic. Like that's 17 billion in market cap. So there is a possibility that it could happen. Okay, I gotta change my VPN, but I can't look at it right now. But anyways, still. But anyways, let's go ahead and do a technical on PancakeSwap and break it down from there. So as you can see right now, $3.51 here on PancakeSwap. If it were to get back to its previous all-time high, that would be a 1900% gain. Or not the previous, actually, yeah, the previous all-time high. It'll be a 1900% gain from where we are now. And then if it reaches $50, then now we're looking at 2100% in gains. So this is a pretty big at stakes here. So I think that PancakeSwap is probably going to be a good play for this bull run. But will it get all the way up to 17 billion market cap? Only time will tell. But if it does, that's going to be massive amounts of gains. And just to kind of break down what that would look like, we can take, let's say, $1,000 divided by $3.50, right? Let's just say you got in at 350, and that would give you 285 coins multiplied by $50. That'd give you 14.2k. So turning $1,000 into 14k, just like that, or 10,000 into 140,000. So PancakeSwap does seem like it has some good potential. If it hits $40, this is going to be absolutely crazy, absolutely insane. A lot of people are going to be making a lot of money on it if it does hit that region. As for the weekly chart here, it does look pretty good. We're seeing buying pressure coming back in for the weekly chart on PancakeSwap. So that's a pretty good aspect right there. So also, let's pull all back to the daily chart here. All right, yeah. So we can also see some buying pressure on the daily chart for the MACD. And the percent our trading exhaustion for the daily chart is just straight up from here. So this is like an insane amount of growth, but you got to think the next Fibonacci retracement, because I just put it from the all-time high to the all-time low, is all the way up here. But if I were to maybe look at the previous high and then do it like that, that would probably give you a little bit more of a better perspective. So if we take it from the previous high back to the previous low, we're right at that resistance level. If we're going to take it do the Fibonacci like that, and then we got $4.35 up here, which is right where that resistance is. So there's still a few levels that we need to reach here. So after we pass about $3.60, that's going to be the rally that brings it all the way up to the $4 range. It's probably going to be a fast push upwards, and that region looks like it's usually a fast-paced, fast-moving region for PancakeSwap. So I think that's pretty bullish for PancakeSwap as well. Anyways, on the 4-hour chart, the percent hour trend exhaustion shows some overbuying, which is obvious, but it's not quite overexhausted to the upside. So yeah, I think PancakeSwap is inside of a good position. It's just gonna be, patience at this point. Just wait till the end of the bull market, which should be by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and then see where it brings you. Maybe it'll 17x, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't get to $50. Maybe it'll stop at 10. Maybe it'll stop at 5. Nobody knows. But 17 billion is a good target for the market cap. They just have to keep going up and up and up with the market, right? No stopping, no taking breaks. But wow. Yeah, I just got distracted by looking at this. I'm looking at the charts, and then I see Doge Chain down 14%. But it did just have a massive pump. I was going to make a video on Doge Chain, but no, I'm not going to really do that because I don't know. I don't like the direction Doge Chain is going. So I did sell a lot. Actually, no, I sold all of it. But yeah, it bottomed out. It pumped. And I just don't want it to keep dumping. It might not. It might keep going, but I don't know. I just kind of gave up on Doge Chain. But anyways, this is all I got for PancakeSwap, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. That is just financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.